Why do Japanese children often seem calmer in public? Why do many Japanese classrooms feel quieter, more organized, and emotionally controlled compared to schools in many Western countries? At the same time, Western parenting often encourages self-expression, emotional openness, individuality. So which approach is better? The truth is, Japanese parenting and Western parenting are built on very different psychological ideas, different beliefs about discipline, emotions, independence, society, and what children actually need to become healthy adults. And once you understand these differences, you begin realizing that parenting is deeply connected to culture itself. One of the biggest differences begins very early. Western cultures often emphasize individuality. Children are encouraged to express opinions, stand out, speak confidently, prioritize personal identity. But Japanese culture traditionally values group harmony more strongly. Children learn cooperation, awareness of others, emotional self-control, avoiding disruption. This affects parenting deeply. In many Western homes, confidence is often rewarded loudly. In Japan, emotional balance and social awareness may be valued more. Neither system is completely right or wrong, but they create very different emotional behaviors in children. In many Western countries, discipline can feel very verbal. Parents may raise voices, argue openly, punish immediately, directly confront bad behavior. But Japanese parenting often approaches conflict more quietly. Instead of dramatic public correction, many Japanese parents guide behavior subtly. Why? Because emotional harmony matters deeply. Children are often taught through social awareness, quiet correction, observation, routines. And psychologically, this creates different emotional responses. Children may become more aware of how actions affect others instead of simply fearing punishment. One thing that surprises many foreigners is how independent Japanese children can be. Young children may walk to school alone, ride trains, carry responsibilities early, help clean classrooms. Western parenting can sometimes become more protective and supervision-focused. Japanese parenting often trusts children with responsibility earlier. This builds confidence. Because responsibility creates emotional competence, children slowly learn, I can handle things. And emotionally, confidence reduces panic and emotional chaos. Western parenting often emphasizes emotional expression. Children are encouraged to share feelings openly, talk about emotions, express individuality. This has many strengths. Children may develop emotional honesty, confident speaking up, stronger self-expression. But sometimes, constant emotional expression without emotional regulation can create impulsive behavior too. Japanese parenting often balances emotion differently. Emotions are acknowledged, but children are also slowly taught emotional restraint and awareness of timing. This creates calmer public behavior, but sometimes less direct emotional openness. One fascinating difference is that Japanese discipline often comes from environment instead of force. Japanese homes and schools usually emphasize routines, structure, repetition, calm environments. And psychology shows that environments shape behavior strongly. When children grow up inside predictable systems, discipline often becomes automatic. Western parenting sometimes relies more heavily on verbal correction after bad behavior happens. Japanese systems often try to prevent emotional chaos before it starts. And over time, small routines quietly shape personality. Japanese culture places stronger emphasis on social awareness. Children are often taught to consider how actions affect others, group harmony, emotional disruption. This creates high social awareness, but it can also create pressure to avoid standing out. Western parenting often values personal freedom more strongly. Children may feel more comfortable challenging authority or expressing disagreement openly. Again, both systems have strengths and weaknesses. One prioritizes harmony. The other prioritizes individuality. And children emotionally adapt to the culture surrounding them. Many Japanese homes are quieter and more structured emotionally. Soft voices, organized spaces, predictable routines. This affects child psychology deeply. Children absorb emotional atmosphere constantly. If homes feel chaotic, children often become emotionally reactive too. Japanese parenting often focuses heavily on preventing emotional overstimulation. Western households can sometimes feel louder, faster, and more emotionally intense. And emotionally intense environments create different nervous systems over time. Many people notice that Japanese children often wait patiently, stay quiet in public, follow routines carefully. This does not mean Japanese children never struggle emotionally, but culturally, they are often trained earlier in patience, emotional awareness, group responsibility, self-regulation. These behaviors are reinforced constantly, at home, at school, in public spaces, and repeated behaviors eventually become identity. Children begin seeing calmness as normal behavior. It is important to understand, no parenting culture is perfect. Western parenting encourages creativity, confidence, emotional openness, individuality. Japanese parenting encourages discipline, empathy, emotional control, social awareness. Both systems solve different problems, and both also create different challenges. The goal is not deciding which culture is better. The deeper lesson is understanding how environments shape children psychologically. Because children do not grow randomly. They absorb the emotional systems surrounding them every day. Japanese parenting and Western parenting reflect two very different views of human behavior. One focuses more on harmony, restraint, and collective awareness. The other focuses more on self-expression, confidence, and individuality. And perhaps the most important realization is this: children are deeply shaped by emotional atmosphere. Not only rules, not only punishment, but daily environments, routines, tone of voice, and repeated emotional experiences. Because in the end, parenting is not only about raising children, it is about shaping the emotional future of society itself.